Hello everyone, good morning. Good morning from Vietnam. So today is actually Christmas Day here in Vietnam. So Merry Christmas to all of you. Please let me know in the comment section that you can hear me clearly. Um, oh, thank you, Zach. So I got some first comment today. Thank you for tuning in very early. So yes, I have great news and very exciting news to share with you all today. So please looking forward to it. And so it's Christmas Day here in Vietnam, and this year is quite very sad because we are not having like a big festival in comparison to many previous year due to COVID. So things are actually pretty sad to see here. But how is in your country? How is your Christmas day so far? I know that in many Western countries, like right now, it is like December 23rd. So tomorrow probably your Christmas day. So you're in New Zealand. So I have 15 person tuned in with me today. So let me give you a brief update about what I will talk about today. So as I am live streaming and talking with you, you will notice that there will be here a chapter in the top left hand corner saying the topic that I will discuss. So first of all, I will give you an update about a public bike service system in Vietnam at the moment. That so whenever you come to Vietnam, you can use it. How you can use it? What is the app you need to install to use it? So I will give you an update about that. Second, I will be talking about the direct flight between Ho Chi Minh City and Australia, specifically in Melbourne, that will be in operation next year, 2022. Also looking forward to share with you that news. So third, I will be talking about a very promising proposal that you may very interested in, which is resume the proposal for the resume of 15-day visa exemption for foreign visitors. And then there's actually six topics today. So the fourth topic will be uh, now that many Vietnamese overseas and tourists can actually come to Vietnam for your tourism purposes in commercial flight, international commercial flight. So that is very great news. And then the fifth topic would be Vietnam plan to resume international tourists by also by sea as well, by sea and by land. Because most of the time I have been talking about commercial flights, sharing how international tourists can come by flight, by charter flights. Right now, you can also come from sea and then from land. Then I will share with it more specifically during this live stream. And then as I talking about each section, I will interact with you as well. I see some comment have been rolling. So yes, I will interact with you all. And then the last topic I will give you update about is Vietnam produce its own vaccine passport and how we can use it. Without further ado, let's talk about first, let me go through and then interact with you all. So, good morning, Ten. Thank you for tuning in for my live stream. Very appreciated. Hello, Nomadic. Yes, I am very great. I am feeling very well. How about you? How about you? Oh, yeah, you know on live stream. Thank you for tuning in. Yay. And then hello from India. Hello. Actually, I have so it is not. I do have a personal account on YouTube that I do mostly about green screen, and most of my followers are actually from India. So that's a great thing. And then I have like direct flight start from India to Hanoi. Yeah, we will definitely maybe do research about that, and then we keep you updated. Yes, there's actually many topic today because I am think this is gonna be a very good live stream to share with you a lot of information that I cannot get all in just one video of Vietnam Weekly News. So I think it is the best option right now to make a live stream and then share about those kind of topics and also give you my research so far about those information. It would be more details. And then before I'm talking, I answering some of your questions. I think it is best to jump in about the first topic today. So, oh, and if you're new to our channel, please remember to like and subscribe to our channel, and then support us. Thank you. Now let's me go back, go and then. So the first topic today would be Vietnam introduced the public bike system. So let me open a bureau for you. See. So yeah, here is the video of the public bike system right now in Ho Chi Minh City. So on many previous, or actually on one previous episode of Vietnam Weekly News, I have introduced you about this public bike system, the price and the fee for rent. But today I want to give you a very detailed update because it has officially go into operation for a week now. So in Ho Chi Minh City at the moment, you can go into any street, especially in the center of the Ho Chi Minh City, you will see a lot of area with public bike system. So you can rent this bike for 5,000 VND for the first 30 minutes, which is about 22 cents. And then if you rent for an hour, it's only cost you 10,000 VND. Then here I put the rental fee in as a lower third. You can see it on screen. So yeah, for an hour, it only took you like 10,000 BNB, which is very cheap. So many of us, and especially me as well, I'm very exciting about this bike system. So maybe in the future, I may go to work using the public bike as well. So that's very cool and then very cheap way to travel between locations. And to rent this bike, you actually can go to App Store to download this app. Let me put the name of the app right here. Yeah, you can see the lower third. The app is called TNGO. You can download it for free on App Store or in Google Play. And then if you're in Vietnam, you just register with the app with your personal information and then your bank information, credit card information. And then you can go into any bike stop and then you scan the code behind the saddle. There's a code behind the saddle, and then you just scan it and then use the bike for the time that you want. So a special thing about this bike is actually that you can see the ties is actually very make a very special element, which is like a solid ties, even though it's still elastic, but it will help that even though you know that in the street of Vietnam there's a lot of sharp object that whenever I drive a motorbike or I drive a bike, my tires get broken oftenly. So with this bike, this public bike, it will prevent that. And also the frame and the saddles also made with a special element that anti-rust. So whenever you leave it outdoor or you leave it under the rain or under the sun, it will still remain the same. So that's a very special thing about this bike. And another fact about this bike is it comes with a GPS and a Bluetooth. So whenever you're in at a location, you can just open the app, the TNGO app, and then you can find the nearest station of the bike to maybe rent a bike or you can park a bike. So that's very convenient. Let me put the information. So yeah, the frame and saddle are really well designed. And so that's why leaving the bike outdoors won't be damaged. But however, there's always the other side of the knife, right? So however, the app right now only receive credit card. So in Vietnam, a lot of people, especially people in older generation, they see the bike, they really like it, they want to try it, but they don't have the digital banking account, so they cannot use it. So which is a very big disadvantages. So actually, so yesterday I called with the provider of this bike, and they said that in the future they will have more paying method, so people can rent the first 15 minutes for free without having to pay anything. So that's a very good news. So that is the first topic I would like to give you update about today. If you are living in Ho Chi Minh City at the moment, you will know exactly what I'm talking about the bike system. Look very fun. And if you have tried it, please comment and let me know how is your experience, because I haven't tried it out so far. I plan to do it tomorrow though. So yeah, please let me know what you think about this public bike, and let me go to the comments to interact with you a little bit. Let me, please let me know if I'm talk too fast. I will slow it down. I tend to speak really fast, like a rapper, when I'm nervous, so I'm sorry with that. So yeah, so I have a question from Video for Vic. Thank you, Video for Vic. I know that you've been one of our loyal subscribers, and also I think like one of the most frequent person to tune in for my live stream. So really appreciate that, and yeah, really appreciate that. And it's like from Utah, USA to Saigon, Vietnam. So I will be really honest that I don't know this information so far. But if you want to know if there's to apply, if any, maybe you can go to any Vietnam airline website, Bamboo Airways, Jetstar, and then Vietjet Air. Those are the four main carrier for Vietnam, and maybe you can find if there's a direct flight for Utah, USA to Saigon, Vietnam. And I'm sorry that I can give you a correct answer to this. Sorry. And then anh Nguyễn Hoàng as well. I know that you have been tuning for my live stream for a while. So good evening as well. Oh, I had 33 person tune in so far. Yay. Mr. Ken, I beat you from last week. And then will the flight from LAX to be to Hanoi or Ho Chi Minh City, where the US CDC card be used for the Vietnam vaccine passport? Oh yeah, we're talking about for the first part, the flight. I don't have the correct information to share with you, as I think that you, if you want for more information regarding the flights, please go into the website or contact one of the main carrier of Vietnam to know more about the flight schedule. But regarding the US CDC card to be used in Vietnam vaccine passport, I will give you a update on the sixth topic today, which I'm talking about Vietnam vaccine passport. So please, if you can, please stay tuned to the end of the live stream, because that will be a section for topic number 6. Thank you. Then Zach. Next week, I'm flying to Thailand to wait for Vietnam border to open. Oh yeah, I'm actually gonna give you update about this as well. Very exciting news that Vietnam has officially opened the border for international tourists for commercial or for business. But the thing is, there is not much commercial flight at the moment, even though the regulation have been easing a lot. But and I will talking about the specific regulation later on this live stream. But there's not many flight schedule at the moment, so that is actually one of the big disadvantage at the moment. Even though you can go into Vietnam, but there is no flight at the moment. Not many flight. I mean, I'm sorry, there's no flight. There is not many flight at the moment. And then hello, Rakita. I don't know if I say your name correctly, so I might apologize for that. But I think that by January 2022, you can already apply for tourist visa. In fact, right now, starting from November, Vietnam just opened the international border and easing a lot of regulations for tourists to come. So by January 2022, we hope that you can apply for tourist visa. Um, so we will keep you update on in the future with and I need to check it with our legal department. So if we can, we definitely will do a video about that. So thank you for your question. So as I get a glimpse of the following the older, I mean the latest comments so far, I have seen that you want to know about the Vietnam vaccine passport and a lot of information regarding how Vietnam opened for international tourists. So I think that I should hop into my second topic really quickly and then go into the third topic, which I will talking about that. So you will keep track of what is the current information at the moment. So let me talk about um, the second topic real quick. So in case you're in Sydney at the moment, I know that Mr. Zach and Zach, you're in Melbourne. Oh no, Mr. John Anderson from Melbourne, you will like it. So, just recently, with a growing demand for non-stop flight between Vietnam and Australia, with a growing demand, Bamboo Airways just announced last Friday that they will operate first ever Ho Chi Minh City and also Melbourne direct flight in 2022. So. This is the first ever direct flight from Bamboo Airways, and there's a fun fact that actually Vietnam Airlines and Jetstar actually have direct flight from Vietnam to Australia a long time ago, and actually they have the flight rounds, non-stop flight round from Ho Chi Minh City to Sydney and from Hanoi to Sydney as well. So you can check that if there's a flight. So the reason why Bamboo Airways opened up this non-stop flights is because Australia is one of the Vietnam biggest tourist cities. So annually, every year, there's roughly about more than 300,000 visitors from Australia come to Vietnam. So that's a very quite big market to welcome tourists. So that's why Bamboo Airways have joined the game and then opened a Ho Chi Minh City to Melbourne direct flight in 2022. And this direct flight will help reduce the flight round from Ho Chi Minh City to Melbourne and save you 8 hours. So 8 hours is a lot of time, and you can travel to between the two countries quicker. And then so I will give you a quick update. So last week, the government announced that they will resume international flight route between Vietnam and 9 other destinations, which includes Sydney as well, in the second phase, which is in at the end of December and in the early of January 2022. So you can more regular flight between more destination will be announced maybe next week. So we hope it will, when the information come out, we will cover it for you. So Vietnam will open more to 9 destinations. Let me put the information for you to see. So first, the direct flight will help cut the travel time between Vietnam and Australia to 8 hours, and then more regular flight to many destinations will be added in the near future. So specifically from January 16th, more flight routes will be added, and including Sydney, Australia as well. So as you can see, I put the lower thirds in the screen so you can read the text. And in addition, right now, regular flight is scheduled to resume to many locations that you can see on screen, like Bangkok, Beijing, Phnom Penh, San Francisco, and many, many more locations. So if you want to travel from Vietnam or from those destinations to Vietnam, please take a look at maybe the website of Bamboo Airways, Vietnam Airlines, Vietjet, or Jetstar. Thank you. So these are the second topic that I want to deliver. Let me jump really quick to the third topic that you all want to know. So the third topic would be a proposal to resume a 15-day visa exemption for foreign visitors. And as I have mentioned in a lot of videos before, right now Vietnam, as of December 6th, Vietnam has welcomed more than 1,000 tourists. Specifically, it's 1,179 visitors as of December 6th. So that's not a lot of tourists, but in terms of the situation right now of the coronavirus, there's actually a lot of effort has been put into place to welcome those tourists back. And most of the time, they come to Vietnam under the sandbox model in 5 destinations, which are so first is Hạ Long Bay in Quảng Bình, I'm sorry, and then Hội An, Quảng Nam, Đà Nẵng, and then the third would be in Nha Trang, Khánh Hòa province, and then lastly is Phú Quốc, the destination you all love. So most of the visitors come from those sandbox to Vietnam. And actually, the problem right now with international tourists, not for international tourists come to the sandbox model, but just normal international tourists, when you want to come to Vietnam, the biggest issue right now is regarding with the visa, because you know that when you enter Vietnam, you need to have a written approval for your entry, and then you need to submit that letter of entry to the immigration department in Vietnam to be allowed enter. So right now, these procedures have been a very, very complicated and a big issue for many international tourists who want to come to Vietnam. So that and this policy and these procedures actually make it even harder for many countries their tourists usually being visa exempt from Vietnam. For example, like Korea, Japan, or Russia. Those are the countries that previously used to be in exempt from visa when they come to Vietnam. So it makes it very difficult for people and visitors if they want to come to Vietnam at the moment. They still cannot because the procedure for the letter of approval to entry is very difficult. So right now, the a lot of ministries and authorities are working together, and we hope that this proposal will come into place, into action soon. Because I know that you guys don't want to hear much more proposal. You want to hear about the actual statement. So, but this is an update that you should know that in the near future, there would be a 15-day visa exemption for you as a foreign visitor if you want to come to Vietnam. So this is actually an important update that maybe you want to know. Let me put the information here. Um, so when in the second phase of the pilot program to welcome back international tourists starting December 15, there will be less and less regulations that need to be done when you come to Vietnam. So which make it way more easier in the near future, especially starting January if you want to come to Vietnam, and we hope we can keep you updated about that. Before I'm talking about the fourth topic today, I want to answer some of your questions that you have. Let me go through some of the questions. And then I have been watching you and what the for many months, waiting for news Vietnam getting vaccinated, opening up, not just a package tourist to sandbox destination. Yes. So to answer your question, John, I actually did a video yesterday that will be scheduled for next week, talking about. So first is the ease in restriction and the quarantine in Vietnam. You will receive a minimal quarantine in Vietnam and not required to be in a specialized quarantine facility. And the last regulation on vaccine passport, and give you many updates regarding the situation in Vietnam as well. So that will be a full informative video. So please looking forward to our next week video. That video will answer a lot of your questions regarding Vietnam getting vaccinated and opening of Vietnam. Thank you. Louise, I hope Vietnam Airlines open a direct route from Ho Chi Minh City to Houston, Texas. I hope to soon. I hope to as well. And then Michael Chi, long-term visitors like teachers and sole proprietorship people do not need a tour package. I agree. So in the video next to be scheduled next week, I will talk about many more entrants will be allowed to go to Vietnam at the moment. So to give you a brief update, the main idea of the video is Vietnam is now opening up to all entrants. But the thing is, right now, even though the regulation are approved for you to go into Vietnam, there are not many flights to Vietnam yet because many countries don't um, approve Vietnam vaccine passport. They still considering it. So Vietnam, the Ministry of Transport and many ministry have been working with a lot of countries to speed up the recognition of mutual vaccine passport. So when this process being done, more international regular flights, commercial flights will come to Vietnam and vice versa. That's when a lot of you can come to Vietnam. But rest assured, Vietnam is opening up, and please looking forward to next week video. That will be a very informative video regarding Vietnam opening up and the procedures, the documents you need to prepare, and also regarding the quarantine as well. So very exciting video. Please looking forward to it. So for John, as far as I know, I need to check back with the legal department. I don't know yet, but please, I can give you a correct answer for this question. But if you want to be answered specifically, please shoot an email as contact@ubusinessconsulting.com, and our legal team will answer that question for you. Thank you. So please send us the email. James Flame. So is there any travel agent that can do all the paperwork to get to your sandbox pass? So hello, James. So here is my advice. So even though Vietnam have like 5 sandbox destination at the moment, the best way for you to get to the sandbox is actually to connect with a local travel agencies from that sandbox. And I have mentioned about this in my previous live stream regarding full sandbox model, as I remember. So maybe you want to take a look back at that live stream. So to give you a little quick update, a little bit quick brief about that. So what I was talking about in the previous live stream is for local agencies at that particular sandbox, there are a lot. There are like 3 to 5 local agencies that are approved to do all the paperwork and then the tour package for you to come to that particular sandbox destination and only for that sandbox destination. So maybe you want to contact those firms directly to know what is the documents, what is the procedures. You can just simply go to Google and then you type the like for example full travel agencies, and then many results will come out, and then you will choose any partner that mentioned that they are approved by the government for the sandbox model to welcome back international tourists. That would help you a lot. So I hope my questions help you, James, and good luck when you want to come to Vietnam. So wish all the best for you. Thank you. Hello, VT. Hello. Um, Tom White. So when can tourists from UK, USA return to Vietnam? And so as I mentioned in the last question, so Vietnam officially open at the moment. So that's a very good news. But the thing is, not many countries recognize the Vietnam vaccine passport. So many ministry have been working with a lot of countries and territories to speed up the mutual recognition of vaccine passport. So both passengers and tourists from each country can come to the other country. So even though Vietnam is opening up at the moment as of December 15, but right now not many international tourists can come to Vietnam because there are not many international commercial flights. The reason why there is not many international commercial flight is because the process of of the mutual recognition of vaccine passport has not yet been done or not yet being approved. So that's why it's kind of like a long way to go. So, but I hope that you understand what I mean, and I hope my answer help your answer your questions. And please looking forward to the next week video. I will discuss more about this and give you more update and informative uh, information. So thank you. How long is tourist quarantine? So it depends. So I did a video yesterday. So one of the information I will share in the video is if you are fully vaccinated or you can show proof that you have recovered from COVID-19 and you have a negative PCR test result, you will receive a 3 days quarantine and you will quarantine at the place of residence. For example, hotels, your choice, hotels, your personal home, your private homes, your workplace, and so any place, not the quarantine facility, you can choose the place you stay, like the hotel you want, and stay there for at least 3 days, and then that's it if you are fully vaccinated. So I cannot share more information because I need to save it for the information for the video next week. So please forgive me for that. Please look forward to the video next week for more further information. Thank you. Oh, that is so sweet. Thank you, Michael, for your time to tune in for my live stream. So this is probably my last live stream. So I really, really appreciate all 57 people tune in for my live stream today. Thank you a lot. Okay, Tony, if we go to Vietnam from the 9 countries that Vietnam wants to start in 2022 weeks, do you need quarantine? Nice question. So as I mentioned in the previous questions, if you are fully vaccinated or you can show proof that you have recovered from COVID-19 and you have a negative test result within 72 hours prior arrival in Vietnam, you only need the 3 days quarantine at your place of residence. It can be your home, it can be the hotels you book, it can be like any place, but you need to stay there for at least 3 days to monitor your health, and then after that you're free to go. But if you test, I can give you more information. I can't. I will get into huge problem with that. So I'm sorry, I cannot give you more information, but I'm actually willing to share. Please shoot us an email at contact@businessconsulting.com. We will answer your questions, and then please looking forward to our next week video. You will like it. that video will answer all of your questions, because the purpose of that video is I have been delivering too many information in my Vietnam weekly news. So each section is kind of like a very small detail. So I need to sum up all of that information into a one video that would help you a lot and help you understand and give a better understanding of the situation and have a better information as well. So that is the purpose of that video. So I hope that you will looking forward to my video next week. Thank you. Nguyễn Hoàng, for your questions, I will be honest that I'm not an immigration attorney, so I will let Mr. Ken answer your question. So please send us an email at contact@duongbusinessconsulting.com, or you can send directly to Mr. Ken at Mr. Ken email is ken@businessconsulting.com. He will answer regarding your work visa. Thank you. Asian American, would Vietnam airport accept CDC vaccine card? It actually would depend on if in the U.S. if the U.S. approved Vietnam vaccine passport as well. So actually, the process of getting mutual recognition of the two vaccine passport is quite complicated, and not many countries consider Vietnam vaccine passport at the moment. So that's why we are kind of limited to many entrants to come to Vietnam, because of the Vietnam vaccine passport wasn't considered a like, because their country wasn't, because their country don't consider Vietnam vaccine passport legit at the moment. They still considering it. So I'm not so sure what I should say, but I will give you update about this. This is definitely a very interesting question. So please, we will do a research and then we give you more information in our upcoming videos. Thank you. Will vaccine be mandatory for all Vietnamese citizens? How do I say? It's actually not mandatory in Vietnam, but right now, anywhere we go, we need to scan QR code to do the health declaration form, and that QR code somehow show if we are fully vaccinated. Because if you go into a mall, you go into a supermarket, they only allow people with green with fully vaccinated to go into the mall or the supermarket, which means that you have to have a green card in Vietnam, which is at least two doses of vaccines. And actually, in Vietnam, people are actually very, very open to be vaccinated. They actually not desperately, that's too bad. They really, really willing to have to be vaccinated, because so first is the propaganda. Do I say the word correctly? So the media do a very great job, and then the people is actually willing to volunteer to do it. So the vaccination rate of Vietnam at the moment is, so I saw the statistic yesterday. So 96.5% with first dose, which is nearly 100%, and then 76% with second dose. So more than 75% of the general population of Vietnam right now, I'm sorry, so the statistic are from adults, so people aged from 18 and above. They so for people aged from 18 and above, 76% of them have been fully vaccinated. So that's a very impressive number in terms of vaccination rate. So maybe that's why Vietnam is very confident at the moment to opening up the border. But we need to speed up the mutual vaccine passport recognition. So I'm sorry, to go back to the question. No, vaccines are not mandatory in Vietnam, but everywhere you go, it requires you to have a green pass. So it's really hard to see. It's not common to see a person who is not vaccinated in Vietnam. Because most of the time they even tell each other that they are fully vaccinated, and now they joke with each other if they have the third shot of vaccines. So it's not common for people in Vietnam not being vaccinated, even though it is not mandatory. But every place make it that mandatory. How do I say? But yeah. Can Vietnamese citizens visit neighboring countries such as Thailand and Cambodia? Nice question. Can we? I need to check this, but I believe is most likely is yes, but probably next year we can go. Can we? I think yes, but I need to check it. So thank you for your question. Definitely we'll take a note at this question. I need to note it. Okay, Thailand. Right. Yes. We will do an update later. But I think most likely is yes. It's difficult for all the people from outside of Vietnam to come to Vietnam. But from Vietnam, and you go to other countries, it's actually easy. So there is not many restrictions for that. Thank you. And thanks for your hard work and the updates. I'm Canadian living in Seoul, Korea, the past 5 years. Flight to Saigon from Seoul starting from January. Is this for sure? Well, it actually depends on what main carrier are you talking about. But I'm quite sure that is this right now? I think that there are flights from Saigon right now to Seoul from Vietnam Airlines. So maybe you want to check it out. I think there have been flights from Seoul and Saigon right now. So please check it. Solid. As so is your 5 year visa exemption still applicable to travel to Vietnam? So with this, I need to ask Attorney Yu. He's the immigration attorney. So please send us an email at contact@businessconsulting.com. Let me answer you in the comment section. You will find our email address, and then you send us directly an email, and then we will answer you in that email. Thank you. My agent said that most of flights that are resumed generally will be for Vietnamese citizens only. Is this true? No, I believe it's not true because many tourists come to Vietnam at the moment. So not only just Vietnamese citizen. So maybe you can contact with more travel agencies to see if from your country where you from, Tom White, and then you can see if there's a flight from your place to Vietnam by January. But if you can, maybe just wait a little bit more because starting from February to March, the regulation will be much more easier. That's when you can go to Vietnam. From January is still soon because you know that Vietnam pilot the opening phrase for foreign visitors. So there are three phrases, the three phases, not phrases. I'm sorry, three phases. So the first phase is from October to December 15. The second phase is from December 16 to maybe February to March. It depends on the situation, so I'm not so sure. But then the third phase would be the time after that. So it would best that you wait a little bit more if you you don't rush. Yeah, but I believe that by January, not only just Vietnamese citizens can come to Vietnam. Coming to Vietnam mid-January is open. No, actually, if you are in Vietnam, it's not really strict going from city to city. It's very easy. But if you go to let's say a rural area, um, the officer at that rural area, they may overreact. So right now there's a myth how do I say, a thought among people if there are any person come from Ho Chi Minh City to other regions, they kind of thinking that person have the coronavirus and they want to isolate that person. So you actually don't have trouble going in from places to places, from city to cities in Vietnam. But the only problem you need to face is the surrounding neighborhood of the place that you will go. How they will react when they see you. Are they going to like quarantine you, or are they will treat you like a normal person? That's the question right now. So that's why I have a lot of plans to go for vacations right now, but I'm kind of afraid of that. But some tourist destinations is actually very welcome and open. So if you are in Ho Chi Minh City, you can go to Đà Lạt right now. You can go to Da Nang. You can go to many places like Vũng Tàu as well. So the big side. So no problem at all. So not strict at all. So it's not very strict anymore. So, before I talking about the remaining comments, I want to talk to come back about my topic, which is Vietnam. Maybe you want to hear. So Vietnam will open for more plan for overseas visitors to travel to Vietnam, and then if you are Vietnamese returnees, you can come to Vietnam as well. Let me play a video so you don't get tired of seeing my face. So yeah, you know that from the end of November, Vietnam pilot welcome a lot of international tourists to come to Vietnam. And the second phase of this program to welcome foreign visitors will be from December 16 and then to January. So what we know so far is there's a lot of regulation regarding commercial flight to Vietnam, but there's actually not many near to zero regulation for visitors coming to Vietnam by sea or by land. So which I will discuss in the upcoming topic. But to give you a brief update, so right now Vietnam, people can come to Vietnam and Vietnamese people are allowed to travel abroad, but they need to have a mutual recognition of vaccine passport from each country. So you, how do I say? So you know that from Vietnam side right now, Vietnam is open for many of. If you are Vietnamese returnee, you definitely can return right now through many programs. So one of the program we have is Vietnamese returnee program. If you are Vietnamese overseas and want to come to Vietnam at the moment, maybe you want to send us an email and then we will answer your questions. And if you are international tourist, yes, the answer is yes, you can come to Vietnam and we will discuss it in the, you will find more information in my video next week talking about the requirements you need to meet, what is the document you need to prepare. But to briefly answer is, for this topic is, yes, tourists can now come to Vietnam, to enter Vietnam. And regarding if you are uh, tour, how do I say? If you have the vaccine passport, but it is not recognized in Vietnam yet, and you want to come to Vietnam, you need to have your documents and papers authorized or translated to Vietnam and get notarized to be able to come to Vietnam and vice versa. So that's actually the procedures for notarized and legalized by consular office is quite complicated. So that's why it's getting not many people can come to Vietnam at the moment. So that's why I told that if you don't rush, maybe around February to March, the procedures will get being much more easier for you to come to Vietnam. So this topic, the fourth topic of Vietnamese overseas and international tourists can now enter Vietnam, is a like a trailer of information for you to please look at our information of video next week that we will publish. You will find many information in that video. Thank you. Let me, okay, hi. So let me go through the fifth topic today, so, which is Vietnam plans to, as I mentioned earlier. So not only, so far Vietnam only had procedures in place for people coming to Vietnam by commercial flight and charter flight, especially charter flights, but not many regulations regarding tourists coming to Vietnam by sea or by land. And those are actually a very big amount of visitors, because you know that every year a lot of cruise and ships come to Vietnam, come to Vietnam, so they are like a great amount of visitors for Vietnam. And right now, the Ministry of Tourism sees that there's a possibility of this amount of visitors, and they want to open more regulation to welcome them back to Vietnam. So you will see that in the near future, maybe next month by January, there will be a less restriction regarding if you can travel by sea to Vietnam via ships or cruise. So in this, on the same pace, a lot of neighboring countries around Vietnam have been opening for cruise and ships, around maybe 30 countries so far. So Vietnam will definitely following the same path to welcome back visitors coming to Vietnam by ship and cruise and by land as well. So currently, to give you an update, so currently Ho Chi Minh City and Bình Định, the authority of Ho Chi Minh City and Bình Định just submit a document to the government, to so the government will allow them to welcome back visitors on cruise and ships. So that's the great news, and we will keep you updated with that information. So right now, only Ho Chi Minh City and Bình Định has sent document to the Prime Minister to get approved on the pilot program to welcome back international visitors by sea. Here, yeah, I will put the information here. Currently, Ho Chi Minh City and province have sent documents to the Prime Minister. And then I will talk about my last topic today, and then we'll answer all of your questions in the comment section. So the last topic today is regarding Vietnam now has its own vaccine passport, and I will show you the here is here is the sample of Vietnam vaccine passport, how it look like. Let me, you can see that. So in the picture, you will see that the Vietnam vaccine passport will have the holder's name, date of birth, nationalities, the vaccine type, which vaccine type you were vaccinated, the date of vaccination, and then what is the serial number or the vaccine manufacturer. So those information will all be displayed in this Vietnam vaccine passport. And this Vietnam vaccine passport will will carry many personal information that people need to present when they come to a different country. So I hope that in the near future, Vietnam will speed up the procedures to welcome back international visitors by speed up the recognition of mutual vaccine passport, and also hope that other countries will accept Vietnam vaccine passport as well. So both countries can welcome back visitors from each country. So that is very important. So to give you an update, so the data from this vaccine passport will be encrypted and will be in the form of a QR code as well, and it will expire every 12 months. Please remember with that. So right now, Vietnam has accepted the vaccine passport from 78 countries and territories. Let me put the information here. Here you will see the banner here. Here, Vietnam has accepted vaccine passport from 78 countries and territories, which includes like Australia, Japan, the UK, and the US. And yeah, the US have accepted Vietnam vaccine. So regarding the first question of regarding the CDC card, I think that you can come to Vietnam because the US has agreed to Vietnam vaccine. Where's your comment? Let me scroll back. Where you comment? Oh, I think I missed your comment. Oh yeah, here. Will the US CDC card be used for Vietnam passport? I think they recognize it, but I do not know if it would be used. But yeah, but yeah, as you can see that U.S. and Vietnam recognize each other vaccine passport, so you can come to Vietnam as a tourist. So maybe you want to contact with any travel agency to see the requirements and the restriction. And if you want to know more about requirement, watch my video next week. Let me come back to the comment section. Um, but, okay. Okay, another good question. Do an epic visa make it easier? Okay, Zach, will an epic visa make it easier? It actually depends if APEC recognize Vietnam vaccine passport and also Vietnam definitely recognize APEC visa vaccine passport. So maybe you want to send us an email to contact at businessconsulting.com. I will get our legal team to check that. So thank you for your questions because I will be honest that there's a lot of information that I don't know and when you bring this up for the live stream, it's actually a great material for us to do the research and then come up with a video to answer those questions. So my apologize that most of the time in the live stream I will be not be able to answer all of your questions, but keep please rest assured that we always value it and take note so we can research and then come back with you with a more detailed answer. So thank you for your question. Uh, let's see. Really. This second. Oh yeah, just see. Yes, our company we do an export visa and we've been to India national who is scientist company sponsor. Yes, you need a company sponsor in Vietnam to specify that you're working for that company. But we do an export visa. So for more information, if you um, I don't know which we do with our company sponsor, but yeah, we do export visa. So for more information, please send us email at contact@youngbusinessconsulting.com. Our legal department will answer your questions specifically. But yeah, we definitely do export visa, so rest assured with that. Okay. Then the reality, as much as I want to return, I don't see Vietnam opening soon, given the new variants sweeping the world. So I would like to apologize because my videos is actually from the written uh, the written documents from the government. But most of the time, you know that when the document say that it is open, the procedures need to take in place, and that procedures take time. So most of the time, when my video released, the state of Vietnam opening up, the fact that you still cannot come to Vietnam, it is because the procedures have not been done yet, have not been prepared yet, have not been finalized yet. So it's very hard, but I understand that you guys don't want to watch more proposal. So we are very working hard to make like to find a real statement and give more details, very details oriented for you. So I really actually very appreciate for all of your feedback, and I actually read all of the comments in my videos, and I definitely do appreciate every comment. But yeah, we will definitely do better to give you like a very fair approach from the document, the statement, and also from the reality. This is actually a very great approach for video because we understand that we lack when we mention reality. So thank you for all. We hope for all, but you have to be your the vaccine passport need to be mutually recognized. So yeah. Yes, Merry Christmas to you all, to 73 people. Mr. Ken, if you are watching, I have double viewers than you are. So yeah. So yeah, so thank you. Merry Christmas. And please, I hope that you and your family, if you're watching, will have a wonderful holiday and a joyful new year. Thank you. Thank you for your comment, Robert. I know that you've been tuning in for my live stream and following your channel for a while, and you always appear in my live stream and our video. So we really, really appreciate you. Thank you. Omega 33. I know this is regarding travel, but does your team work with other franchises opportunities instead of the GS25 convenience store or passive retirement investor? We do. Yes, we do. We do work with other franchises opportunity as well, and we are actually in our team working to do a video about this, so you will get to know more of the franchises opportunities to invest in Vietnam as a retiree or just an investor. So if you want to know more about it, please send us an email at contact. I will comment you right now. Contact at doingbusinessconsulting.com, and our legal department and our business attorney, international business attorney, will answer you with your question and send you a proposal or a list of information of franchise opportunity for you to take a look at. And if you have further information, we're happy to answer you. Thank you for your question. Good question. I will. Any idea when the U.S. embassy in Ho Chi Minh City will open up for K1 visa? I need to check back with the with Mr. Ken and the legal team, and then I'll take note of your questions and then answer you in our future video. Or if you want to be answered directly, please send us an email at contact@youngbusinessconsulting.com. We'll answer you. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Oh, I'll try my best um, to, to improve so we can communicate with each other better. So there's some comment replying to the other comments. So I apologize that I will skip your comment. And also kindly remind that if you want your comment to appear first or to answer first, please use the super chat function. I forgot to mention all in all my live streams. I'm sorry, boss. Yeah, a lot of this question can be answered via online. Guys, pay attention. Oh, don't go. Ah, this is the best comment. Yeah, please like and subscribe. We always work very hard to give you update because uh, a lot of our clients are also cannot come to Vietnam, and we do have a lot of clients. So the purpose of giving update every week and with a lot of informative videos is actually help with our clients and you too as well. To be updated with the investment climate in Vietnam and how's the situation in Vietnam as well. So we really, really appreciate it if you can support us. Thank you. There's a lot of questions regarding the 5 year visa exemption. So with those questions, I will be honest that I cannot answer that because the legal team can answer that. So please send us an email at contact@youngbusinessconsulting.com. We will answer your email. Thank you. When can fully vaccinated Americans enter Vietnam without having to quarantine? Probably, I think will be in the third phase of the pilot program of welcoming international visitors to Vietnam, probably around, I think in June or May, maybe early in May, but then in June. But right now, maybe from next year, you will have only 3 days of quarantine and you can quarantine in your home, your hotel, your workplace, your any motels or any place that you want. You don't have to go to a centralized quarantine. So the quarantine restriction have been easing a lot and make it easier for people who want to come to Vietnam. And I believe that starting from June, things will get much more easier for you to come to Vietnam. Oh, this one. So sorry, Robert, that I don't know. You need to check back with the flight, the carriers. Where what is the who you taking the flight from, and then if you are the 3 day quarantine only apply from starting next year. So please maybe wait a little bit more. If you are fully vaccinated and have a negative test result within 72 hours, then it is 3 day quarantine. Oh, yeah, flu. Oh man, there's too many comments. I'm sorry that I this takes some time for me to read. Ah, that's so cute. But I don't think we have. I don't know if we have a PayPal account, but I don't know. I will need to ask my supervisor and my boss if we have one. And I do agree that I cannot say that. Thank you so much for all your work. I hope you. Too many comments. This okay. I use monthly dividend. When can travel if we okay? So I think when can we travel if we are okay with doing the 3 day quarantine? Um, it's early next year. Al, if you want to travel to Vietnam, the 3 day quarantine will be in. I think will be in will be effective early next year. So from January. So if you want to come to travel to Vietnam, you need to check if Vietnam recognize your vaccine passport from the countries, and vice versa, if your country accept vaccine passport from Vietnam, which will have the procedure way more easier between traveling from each country. So please check that, and then check if there is any flight from your country to Vietnam, and then you can come with 3-day quarantine. Thank you. So as I come to some of the last question, there is one last, how do I say, one last news that I want to share with you all. That this is probably one of my last live stream, because so I really do appreciate that in the last 2 years and a half, you guys have been really, really supporting to me. And this is off script, so my apologize to my boss and supervisor. And I hope that if you are watching this, I just want you all know that I love you all so much. And for my audience today, I'm really, really appreciate that you're here with me throughout the journey, and I love you all a lot, and truly appreciate and grateful for every comment and feedback you have given to me for every videos and live stream. So I just want to share that. I have personal plan that I have been sharing from June to Mr. Ken and also to our company that. At the end of this year, I will be just a supporter. I will be not a host anymore. So please looking forward to our future video with many new faces and with support Mr. Ken as well. I will be just like you, a supporter, and not be the person on the main camera anymore. Not anymore. Sometime I will appear, but yeah, I just want you all to know that this is a great opportunity to let you know that I truly, truly appreciate and forever grateful for what I have been through, and to have you all in my audience. Thank you. And for my boss, Mr. William, so maybe most of you don't know that the mastermind behind this channel is actually my boss, Mr. William Dos Santos. He's the VP of Marketing and Communication. He's the mastermind who done the most hard work for this channel to help me deliver any information and always give me support, but he has never been on screen. So I hope that in the future you will get to see him in person and get to know his personality and see how amazing he is at work. So for Mr. William, thank you very much for everything you have done to me. I love you. And then Mr. Ken as well. So Mr. Ken is actually, so both Mr. Ken and Mr. William is two of the person, not only my boss, but also my teacher, my mentor, sometimes fathers, and possibly in the future boxing teachers. So I truly appreciate and grateful for everything that I have here. So at the end of this live stream, thank you very much for watching this video. See you in the video next week. I'm talking more about the requirement for you to come to Vietnam, the document you need to prepare, the Vietnam vaccine passport update that you need to know. And if you have any comment, any information that I cannot answer for you today, please send us an email. I will let the legal department know, and they will answer your questions. So so in the near future, I will appear less and less on the main screen as a host, and I will be a supporter. So please also support our channel with Mr. Ken and many new hosts will come. So thank you very much for joining with me. 64 people tuning in for the live stream so far. Thank you very much. I love you all. Have an amazing holiday and a joyful new year. Have prosperous new year. Thank you, and I see you in the next video. Goodbye.